Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Inside Scoop, and today we're starting the beginning of a new series for you guys, giving you a bit of an inside look to what goes on with our ambassadors, who they are, what they're about. And so to start off the series, we've got the lovely Katie Parsons here with us.
Hi guys.
Alrighty, so first things first, want to bang?
What? Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's look back at where it all began. How did you get involved in health and fitness, and where did the passion begin?
I basically started when I was in high school. I started going to the gym because I was, a bit insecure about my body, and I had no idea what I was doing for a while until I was about 20 or 21 when I started training to be a PT. And I basically just learned so much and I got so passionate about it. I really wanted to do bodybuilding as well because I'd seen a lot of bikini pros, and I was like, I want to do that. It kind of just built up from there, and I started studying at Massey Uni, doing a Bachelor of Science majoring in nutrition, and I finished that, and basically I just kind of layer upon layered my knowledge, and I think just the more I learned, the more passionate I got about it. And it's nearly been 10 years since I started my fitness journey, and I don't think I'll ever get sick of it. I love it so much.
It's a lifestyle, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to love what you're doing, otherwise you won't ever stick to it. You should never use nutrition or exercise as punishment. You should make it part of your lifestyle, and it's kind of evolved from there.
I love it. So back in high school, I can remember a similar situation. As soon as we were able to get in the gym, we were in there, but we literally had no idea. And that was kind of the beginning of, like you said, kind of getting into fitness, learning more about stuff. Would you say, or could you name someone that kind of inspired you, or did you have a mentor that kind of pointed you in the right direction?
I got Instagram when I was 18. It was this new platform where you could search for things that you liked, and I'd look up fitness people, and there was two people in particular who really inspired me. One of them was Kayla Itzinis, who is now massive. When I started following her, she had no followers, and so I'd kind of seen that grow, and I just loved what she was about. And also Joseph Rakic, who is a very familiar name.
Very, very familiar.
And I'm also doing some work with him, so that's amazing now. I basically saw what they were doing and how passionate they were about it, and it wasn't so much about themselves but other people, and I was I want to do this, I'm going to do this. So that kind of inspired me to want to help people. Because I managed to build my own confidence, and I never wanted anyone to feel as unconfident as I did about my body. So that's kind of where my inspiration came from, was mainly those two people.
So you mentioned your interest in the bodybuilding side of things, which is kind of, I guess, more of an extreme in the health and fitness kind of industry. You have done a bodybuilding competition in the past. Did you want to tell us a little bit about your experience there, what you took away from it, what you learned? Would you do it again?
So it is completely an extreme, and I think the biggest misconception that anyone who's not into fitness doesn't realize that that's not actually healthy. I didn't have any knowledge, so in my eyes I was that is the epitome of health and fitness.
These guys are epic.
These guys are epic. Statues. That is the fittest you can be, it's the healthiest you can be, that's what I want. And I think that obviously with more knowledge and having done it, I realized that it is not healthy or maintainable. It's an amazing achievement to have done, and I'm so glad that I did it. But my focus has always been and continues to be lifestyle, health first, nourishing your body. You really do go to extremes with that, and not everyone can relate to that. If I want to help more people, I'm going to help more of your you know, daily lifestyle, you know, kind of thing rather than bodybuilding. So, I mean, it's something that maybe I would keep in the back of my mind. I wouldn't like completely say no, I wouldn't do it again, but I definitely, you know, I'm more about health and nourishing, and it doesn't go hand in hand. You literally completely strip yourself down to nothing left. So I mean, it was so amazing. I'm so glad I did it. I learned a lot. It taught me a lot of discipline, and but that's kind of my experience with bodybuilding.
Same.
Sorry, I didn't know I'm such an extremer.
So we touched briefly before on how back when you were first getting into the fitness world, that Instagram was kind of in its early years. It was a little baby, and it's definitely well and truly grown up now.
Yeah.
And social media, so Instagram, all of those things is such a large part of, I guess, most things, especially in the health and fitness industry. How does it work as a tool for you, for your business, and what are your, I guess, general thoughts on social media?
Like I kind of touched on before, the way that I found these people was through Instagram. So that definitely like made me realize like how powerful this platform was to reach people.
For sure.
And help people that were so previously disconnected to me. And I just thought about how I found them and how much they inspired me and how they made such a direction in my life, and I'd never even met these people before. So that's kind of like where it all stemmed from. I was like, I knew I can use this to achieve, like, you know, my dream of like helping all these people.
Yeah.
And so now it's connected me with so many people. Like I've always kind of done like videos and nutrition tips and all that kind of thing. But it's also where I got the majority of my PT clients, nutrition clients, online clients. It's where I get my collaborations from. It's, you know, obviously where I post most of my stuff from NZ Muscle. It's how I got the job at NZ Muscle Gym. It's how it's how every single opportunity that I've ever been given has presented itself. I completely owe my whole career to Instagram. And so it's, you know, and I have a Facebook page as well, but the main platform for me is Instagram. And, you know, I think there's something that's like dawned on me lately as well, is that you kind of need to progress with the times. So like, you know, there's like TikTok and like, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. At the moment, Instagram is doing it for me, which is great, but it honestly plays such a huge role. Without it, I wouldn't have a job, and I wouldn't have like any of the opportunities that I have. So people can say like, you know, oh my god, it's obsessed with social media, but like it literally is like my whole livelihood. Yeah, it's my greatest tool. Like it's how I help others. Obviously I do with training as well. But if I want to broaden my, you know, scope of people that I connect with, it's one of the best things, one of the best tools. So yeah, I believe that social media can do great things, but I also realize there's the other end to it. And one thing I do catch myself doing, or have in the past, is, you know, there's that whole comparing yourself to others. So I have to really catch myself when I'm looking at people and at what they have, or like how they're doing it differently to me, why they have more followers than me, what are they doing that I'm not. And you just got to reel it in and like stop yourself from doing that and use it for the positive side, because there is so much negativity that can come from it if you use it the wrong way. So
no doubt.
Yeah, those definitely two sides to it. But yeah, it's mostly positive for me anyway.
As well as being an NZ Muscle ambassador, obviously you work at NZ Muscle Gym as a PT. How has it been working for the best in the business? Give us a little insight into your time at NZ Muscle and some of the things you've been able to do.
My time at NZ Muscle has honestly been amazing. I've worked in like private studios and other gyms, and big commercial gyms and stuff like that beforehand, and I've never worked anywhere that has felt like such a close-knit group of connected people who are so like-minded you can completely be yourself with. I think that's massive, because I've always felt because before that I was working in like hospitality or retail, and I felt like you always had to like be this version of yourself that you weren't, and like, maintain composure, be like professional, obviously professional, but like I feel like I can completely be myself, which I love, and it just means that I'm just so happy working there, and there's just an amazing group of people working there, including you.
Hey.
Honestly, it's probably along with my job like the best thing that's happened to me.
Tear up here. But I completely agree though. Like there's not many jobs where you can 100% be yourself, and everyone else is too.
Yeah.
You don't feel the need to pretend to be something you're not.
Exactly. Your personality is an asset here, which is not often the case at many jobs. So I think, all of our individuality and craziness and weirdness.
It all meshes together.
And
it just works.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just been great to like do, all these photo shoots, video shoots. Like, it's a giant picture of me on the wall.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't think you ever get used to it.
Nah. Did you ever think at any point in your life there was going to be a big picture of you on the side of the building?
On the side of a building? No.
Yeah.
In fact, I walked outside of the gym the other day. I was training clients, and some of the members of the gym came up to me, and they were like, "Oh, like, that's cool." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I have no idea what they're talking about. And they're like, "Have you not seen it?" And I'm like,
Still don't know what you're talking about.
Still don't know what you're talking about. And like, "Oh, follow me." I follow them outside of the gym, and there's this corner window, right? So I go around the back of the gym, and when I drive out, I see one window. On the other window, there's a giant picture of me that they put up, and I hadn't seen it, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I didn't know it was going there. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a really nice place.
2 buildings now.
2 buildings, yeah.
It's a takeover of Katie.
I know. I was like, I never thought that, like, especially coming from, like, that 17-year-old who was so insecure about her body, about herself, was really unhappy. And then, 10 years later, there's a picture of me in a crop top and tight pants on a building. Like, it just is amazing to me. And the muscle's given me the opportunity to really grow, personally, like physically, I guess, like professionally, and just, it's so, Enzo muscle, honestly, it's really like just kind of maybe helped me level up a little bit in many ways. Just a little bit.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So what's next for Katie and Katie Parsons Fitness? Is there anything coming up, anything in the works? The camera's yours. What's going on?
The main thing, which is really exciting, is that I've been working on an app for what feels like forever, actually since I started working at the muscle gym, and so it's going to be out this year.
Awesome.
So it's an online coaching app. So at the moment I do everything like via email and PDF format, and
Right.
I'll get people to text me and everything like that, but it's going to be all through the app, and you're going to be able to message me through the app, and your program updates are going to be like faster, and all obviously still personalized and everything. So I'm really excited about that. That's probably the biggest thing. I've put a lot of energy into it.
Nice.
And so I'm really excited to share that, and I'm like really hoping it goes well.
Well, that's awesome news, Katie. I'm really excited for you with this app coming up, and excited to see what the rest of the year holds for you. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for, but thank you very much for coming on the show, talking with me today. I'm sure we'll have you back on in the future. And yeah, thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. We'll see you guys next time, where we interview someone else.